There's the Chancellor of the Exchequer speechifying about how an enormous balance of payments deficit is a sign of a booming economy. And the TV cameras are pointing right up the hairiest snout outside London's zoo.
That's it.
Well, now the ordinaries can see their masters on the small screen. The age of the fat slob in the crumpled suit is over. Move over, Nigel, and let Mr. Sex balance the budget. Come in.
Morning, young masters.
Morning, Pickles. Anything interesting?
Just the usual constituency junk mail, sir.
No.
Shall I lose them for you, sir?
Well, of course. What a stupid question. Oh, but steam the stamps off any SAEs first.
As ever, sir.
But, Alan, you can't do that. We're here to serve our constituents, at least I am.
Really? Well, then how ironic that Yasser Arafat gets more Jewish New Year cards than you get constituents' letters.
Oh, does he?
Yes, he does.
I've got it! I've got it!
What's that, a letter from the Clap Clinic?
No. My gold credit card. The one you proposed me for. Oh, thank you, Alan.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, Alan.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Fingers. Fingers. Dring, dring, dring.
Ow! Thank you, Alan.
That's all right.
I didn't think I was glamorous enough. Not for a gold card. Does that mean I'm a yuppie at last?
It certainly does, Piers. Just as everyone else was giving it up. Still, this calls for a really lavish, expensive, slap-up celebratory lunch.
And I can pay?
Of course you can. Piers, a credit card is like a dick. If you don't use it every day, it withers away.
What's a dick, Alan?
Well, you are, Piers.
Come, MP coming through.
Start. You must sign our petition.
How much will you pay me?
Nothing, of course.
Piss off then, go.
Oh! There are Nazi war criminals living free as British citizens.
Well, who cares?
We care!
Aren't these people causing an obstruction? Disperse them. Use your gun if necessary.
You'd have loved it under Hitler, wouldn't you?
Well, Eva Brown had no complaints. Piers, I've got one.
Alan, stupendous to see you. How's the old portfolio?
Oh, getting fatter, thanks to your little post office privatisation tip.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for that budget leak.
Shh, no problem. I enjoyed getting it out of that little Treasury Secretary almost as much as I enjoyed putting it in first. Now, Piers.
Yes?
Ah, so we have two peers.
Oh, yes. Like Brighton.
I don't think I know you.
Piers Lonsdale, Financial Journalist of the Year. Piers Fletcher Dervish, non-entity paying for lunch.
No disrespect to your pet, Alan, but I thought that we were here to have a little discreet insider dealing session.
Oh, don't you worry about him. Our conversation will be rather like Burt Reynolds' toupee. Considerably above his head.
Now, are you ready to order, gentlemen?
Good God, you're ugly.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Ugly and deaf, Alan.
Go away and send us a presentable waiter who isn't disabled. Go on, shoo, shoo, whop.
Don't you think that was rather rude, Piers?
You're right, Piers, I'm sorry. Waiter!
Sir?
It seems I was rather rude to you. I'm so sorry. I meant to be indescribably rude. You really are the most...
Wait a minute, I thought we asked for a better-looking waiter. And one who doesn't scrape his knuckles along the ground when he moves.
Now, go away and bring us back a bottle of the most expensive wine in Europe.
Very good, sir.
Hopping.
I beg your pardon?
Hopping.
Right.
Backwards. Backwards.
Now, fill me in on that little Chilean mining investment.
Ah, yes, indeed. Now, as you probably know, Chilean mining shares... Can you be quiet, please? It's really rude to make that much noise. Shut up. Good. Chilean mining shares have boomed considerably since General Pinochet introduced slave labor in Chile. So we've set up a little investment fund that we call the Santiago High Income Trust.
S-H-I-T.
Yes. Fortunate oversight, but we've printed all the stationery now. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, here we are, the finest bottle we have. A 1958 Chateau Mouton Rothschild with a hand-painted label by Salvador Dali.
So it is.
This is believed to be the last remaining bottle of this great vintage left in Britain at this moment.
You better try that, actually, Alan. My taste buds are not firing on all cylinders. Frankie Boff warned me this would happen when I wanted the 5 grams of that.
Oh, come along, Luigi. We haven't got all day. Let's have a slug. It's disgusting. Take it away and bring us another bottle.
Another bottle? But this is the last bottle in Europe.
Oh, God, well, throw it away and bring us some mineral water.
Throw it away? It costs £950.
Oh, dear. You've dropped it. It's going to have to come out of your wages, isn't it? Now, go away.
And clear up this mess. This is West 1, not West Beirut.
This is the most amazing thing, Alan. Apparently, in the last war, we were on the same side as the Russians. Do you think somebody ought to tell Mrs. Thatcher?
Now, where were we?
Oh, we were talking about S-H-I... Now, I'm going to be endorsing this whole campaign in my numerous syndicated financial columns and in my award-winning television program. So obviously a lot of people are going to be interested in having a piece of this.
Number 2s.
Number, as you so rightly say, 2. But as you're a personal friend, Martin, I've decided... Alan! As you're a personal friend, Alan, I've decided to cut you in for £500,000 worth.
Well, that's very white of you, Piers.
This is awful, Piers. Did you know Hitler even tried to invade England?
Did he? Did he really? The little tinker.
Are there really Nazi fugitives living in Britain?
Well, maybe. Who knows? Who cares?
Well, now, actually, Alan, I wonder if your little homunculus hasn't actually stumbled onto something rather interesting in his blind, flailing way. For an MP to unmask a Nazi could have considerable benefits, politics-wise, publicity-wise, profit-wise.
Profit-wise?
Yes, unmasking a Nazi today, personal appearances, Nobel Prizes, opening branches of Marks and Spencer. Could add up to a pretty tidy 70 or 80k a year.
70 or 80k a year? Well, that's over £50,000. So all I have to do is find a Nazi to unmask.
Yes, therein lies the problem.
Oh, I don't know so much. I'm a lifelong member of the Conservative Party. Shouldn't be too difficult to find one. Should be a piece of cake. Piece of cake. I'm hungry. Where's that waiter? Gianfranco, mangerez.
Sir?
We want some food.
I know, I'm waiting to take your order.
Order? We haven't got time to order. We're Thatcher's stormtroopers. We're in a hurry. Bring us what they're having. Ridiculous.
This is half eaten.
You said you were in a hurry.
Don't you take that tone of voice with us, Benito.
Your attitude has been surly and sarcastic from the start. Alan, get the manager.
No, you do it, Piers. Your voice is far more embarrassing.
You're right. Manager!
What seems to be the matter?
The matter, Guido, is this waiter.
Sack him.
But why?
Why? Because we're very, very rich. That's why. And if you don't, we'll stop coming here, and so will all our friends.
See you underneath Waterloo Bridge, then, Doley.
It's been real. Now, I'm so important, I've got another lunch engagement. We must be toddling. Waiters don't just sack themselves, you know.
Absolutely. I ought to be trundling along as well. Fergie's old man's putting me up for his club this afternoon. Tell me some more about those Nazis.
No. Leave them, thank you.
Remember the Falklands, Gov? Indeed I do. I made a fortune.
Happens all the time.
I suppose it's a mission in life, really, to seek out these evil Nazi animals, wherever they might be hiding, and bring them to justice.
And how many Nazi criminals are there actually living in Britain today?
Lots.
Can you name any of them?
Well, there's bound to be one called Fritz, isn't there?
And the Home Secretary's supporting you?
Is he? Oh, well, that's good to hear.
No, it was a rhetorical question. Mr. Bastard, isn't your crusade simply a publicity stunt?
Well, of course it... I mean, Anna... Do I need publicity? I'm young, handsome, virile. I've got the largest majority you're ever likely to see. Why, I attract a crowd just going to the shops for a packet of mates.
Mr. Bastard, thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Well, I thought that went rather well.
Did you? I thought you were awful. Unprepared, unprofessional, unpersuasive.
But an unbelievably brilliant lover.
What?
I'll prove it to you, Anna. There's a little hotel just round the corner that all the BBC big knobs use. They rent out rooms by the hour.
And what would we do with the other 59 minutes? Watch Santa Barbara?
Well, look at it this way, Anna. With a man as hot as I am, a minute's about all a woman can take before she bursts into flames.
Is this hotel of yours clean?
Spotless. They change the sheets by the hour.
Well, there is something I've always wanted to do to you, Alan.
Really? What's that, you wild BBC sex dynamo?
This.
Well, that's a no then, is it? Bad news, Helmut, you old Nazi. I'm going to have to turn you in.
You cannot have me arrested. It don't mean the end of everything.
Well, you should have thought of that before you did all those naughty, naughty things.
It's not fair.
Helmut, you know I'm not one to moralise, but you did butcher 50,000 civilians.
They were only Croatians, subhuman Slavs. Haven't you read Mein Kampf?
Afraid not. Norman Tebbit hasn't returned it to the House of Commons library yet.
Well, let me tell you, the Führer was right. I did my duty, and I was proud to form the Führer's uniform.
Really? What did the Führer wear then? One of Eva Brandt's frocks?
The Führer never wore women's clothes. That's a vicious rumor put around by Stalin. Silk underwear, perhaps. But frocks, never, never, never.
I suppose he didn't really have the legs for it, did he?
Oh, so unjust. I am a fugitive in the tribe-eating capital of Europe, and Kurt Waldheim is president of Austria, and he was under me. And it wasn't 50,000 civilians. It was 37,000. Tops.
Well, it hardly constitutes a plea for clemency, does it? I mean, you're still guilty of hideous crimes against humanity.
Well, haven't I paid for my crimes? Aren't the £1,000 a month I've been giving you enough anymore? When you first blackmailed me, you didn't say it was index-linked.
Helmut, my disgusting little Obersturmbannführer, I'm afraid it's gallows time at last.
I thought we were friends. What about the political advice I've given you?
What, burn down Parliament and blame it on the socialists? Very sophisticated.
Well, it worked for us in 1933.
Helmut, Britain today is not the same as Germany under Hitler.
No, in Germany the newspapers were more independent.
Yeah, that's true. Trains ran on time, they got rid of all the... Look, I haven't come here for a history lesson. I've come here to turn you in. Now use your telephone.
999!
Helmut, you're psychic. 9?
5,000 a month.
Well, I won't deny it's tempting, but no. 9?
10,000 a month.
If only I weren't so rich already. 9. Hello, police, please. Alan Bastard, MP here. You probably heard me announcing my anti-Nazi crusade on the World at One this morning. Oh, you didn't? Well, no, well, never mind. Listen, I'm delighted to be able to tell you.
500,000 in Nazi gold.
That if I do find any Nazis around here, you'll be the first to know about it. So it looks as if I'll be able to take the whole £500,000 worth of number 2s after all. Yeah. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Piers.
Right, bye-bye.
No, not you, stupid. Well, have you got it? Come on, give.
Well, you did say you'd reimburse me, didn't you, Alan? I did pay on my credit card.
God, I hate you. You're obsessed with petty cash, aren't you?
Yes, but it was over £2,000.
Well, I paid for the bus fare, didn't I? Come on. Why is this ticket made out in your name? I specifically told you it was for Helmut Drucker.
Yes, but you said not to answer any questions, so when the clerk asked me who it was for, I didn't say anything.
God! Look, go back to the travel agent. Tell them to change the name.
Only if you ask me nicely.
What?
Ask me nicely. I'm fed up with you always being so beastly to me. I'm a person too, you know.
Well, then prove it. Show some initiative.
All right, I will.
All right.
I forgot the ticket. Sorry, Alan.
Just under your helmet, then you're off and running. Where's he gone? Oh, come on, you old Nazi, come on. God, come on, you old Nazi, get. And if you're not Poland at this speed, come on.
Second class?
Yes, I am sorry, but Herr Himmler had reserved all the cattle trucks.
No initiative, eh, Alan? I think you'll find you're wrong about me.
Alan,
Mr. Bastard! Mr. Bastard!
Schweinewoche! Arschloch, du bezahlst dafür! Du scheiß Dreck!
Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say.
You set me up!
Why would I?
Because you're obsessed with money and with power. I've seen it all before with Wildtime. Well, when the police comes, I tell them how you blackmailed me all these years.
No.
Yes. I'm not ashamed of what I did, or what we all did for the fatherland. Yes, I am a Nazi. Yes, I served my Führer, my fatherland, and I'm proud of it. I have integrity. Not like this blackmail.
Train approaching in 7:15 from London. Please stand back. This intercity train does not stop at this station. I repeat, does not stop at this station.
tried to say it. I thought he was a harmless old man, and when it turned out he was a Nazi.
Jeff Decade, Daily Express. So what's so wrong about being a Nazi?
Peter Moran, today, in colour. Is there a sexual angle to all this?
No.
Oh, well, not to worry, we'll make one up.
Aren't you guilty of murder, technically speaking?
Mr. Dickhead, you must be the Express's crack crime reporter, judging by your incredible powers of deductive logic. Yes, I pushed a Nazi killer under a train, and so I suppose technically, yes, I am guilty of murder. And I suppose tomorrow my crime of passion will be splattered all over the front of the world's papers.
You see, it splashed all over my raincoat, too.
Well... if my headstrong act catapults me to international fame and fortune, so be it. Right, should we do the photos in here or outside?
I'm sorry, Caroline. I'm too busy for dinner and sexual intercourse. It's one or the other. You'll have to choose. Little tigress. I knew you'd say that. All right, then. Dinner it is. Mussolini's, 8:30? OK. And to save time tonight, I'm faxing the menu through to you right now. All right, bye-bye, darling. Hello, morning. Coffee, cocaine?
No. Let's have some champagne.
Alan, I've looked in all the papers. And
Shut up, Pierce. Well?
Cat explodes in Buckinghamshire? No news on cat explosions? Cat implodes? Nothing about you, old boy.
What? But yesterday I pushed a Nazi murderer under a train in front of 15 press photographers and a German TV crew. And there's not a word. The sods must have put me on the inside pages.
No, there's nothing on the inside pages either, Alan. I've looked.
But they can't do this. I'm a murderer. I killed a man yesterday. I demand press coverage. This is censorship.
Alan, I'm surprised you can be so naive. Surely you're aware that all the media are under strict instructions from Number 10 never, ever, ever to print anything derogatory about a Conservative MP. Except possibly Edward Heath.
Bastards!
Never mind, Alan. The world still turns. Waiter! My God, but you're ugly.
Hey-ho. Ugly and deaf.